Romelu Lukaku is nearing what is reported to be a £97 million move to Chelsea Football Club from newly crowned Serie A champions Inter Milan. The Belgium international is no novice to Premier League football, having played in England's top flight for a total of 8 years since he joined Chelsea from Anderlecht in 2011 at the age of just 18. Chelsea, West Brom, Everton and Manchester United, Lukaku certainly has the experience to play in England. Let's explore just why Lukaku is such an intriguing signing for Chelsea, with the 2021-2022 season less than a week away. Romelu Lukaku has cemented himself as a world-class striker over the last couple of years, with his goals firing Antonio Conte's Inter to the Serie A title last season. But Lukaku's goal threat is not the only attributes the Belgian is limited to. He is an excellent all-round player. Let's discuss these attributes individually before compiling them to profile Lukaku as a forward and suggest the roles he could play for Thomas Tuchel's European Championships. Athleticism. Lukaku is a top athlete. He has great pace and is incredibly strong. At 6'3", Lukaku's height complements his strength. A number of Lukaku's traits can be linked to his athletic capabilities, whether they're a direct product of these athletic capabilities or merely improved by them. Lukaku's pace in behind makes him a real threat against high defensive lines. His strength aids his hold-up play and combination play when back to goal. All of his athletic abilities contribute to his immense goal-scoring ability and threat in the box, be it pace to get ahead of his marker, strength to hold off defenders, or height complementing his aerial ability. Many of these attributes are merely academic without a number of less tangible skills, which we will now discuss. Game IQ. Romelu Lukaku is an extremely astute player. He uses his game IQ and experience to make good decisions in a number of game scenarios. His movement, for example, is very well refined. He often makes the right movement to receive or to create space for teammates. The timing of his runs is often optimal, so he rarely wastes promising scenarios by straying offside, but still regularly beats offside traps. Lukaku never shies away from being an option to receive, whether his team need an outlet or an option to receive in threatening areas. Lukaku is a dependable team player whose physical and game IQ attributes make him a dynamic threat in a number of game states. Mentality. While Lukaku is already an established world-class performer, his mentality will ensure he not only remains in that category, but if anything, will further improve over time. In numerous interviews and media features, Lukaku has discussed aspects to his game that he sought to work around and improve, and he strikes pundits and fans alike as a driven, goal-orientated footballer. For example, in a Sky Sports feature with pundit Jamie Carragher, Lukaku discussed the nuances of pinning a defender, using their momentum and his own strength to allow him to turn away from pressure seamlessly. While Lukaku struggled with his first touch under pressure at United, Lukaku has improved exponentially in this regard since his 2019 move to Inter. The mindset he exudes seems to be conductive of Lukaku always improving and adapting, and should there be initial teething issues after his move to Chelsea, there is no doubt he will address these. Chelsea setup under Tuchel. Chelsea have set up with a three-at-the-back system since Tuchel became their manager in early 2021. This system saw Chelsea romp through Europe to win the Champions League, and it seems to get the best out of a lot of their squad. Chelsea build up in a 3-2 structure with wing-backs and a dynamic front three. The front three rotate fluidly, and Chelsea often have one member, often Havertz, dropping to receive. Another member of the front three, often Werner, will then make the opposing vertical movement to run in behind, often into the right channel. Chelsea often threaten through Werner, getting a 1v1 scenario in the channels. How will Lukaku fit in? Well, Romelu Lukaku is versatile enough to fill a variety of roles within Chelsea's front three. Havertz is often used on the right of the front three, dropping in to receive vertical passes in build-up, linking play while a channel runner in behind curves their run in behind. Lukaku running into the right channel would be a dangerous scenario for opposition defences. Lukaku times runs well, has immense pace, is great 1v1 and likes to cut onto his left foot when in the final third. By signing Lukaku, Chelsea would be adding a perfect candidate to fill the dynamic striker's role in their front line. Similarly, Lukaku could have utility beginning in the right forward role if Chelsea seek to switch to a 5-2-1-2 formation. Havertz, or whoever else plays in the central role, be it Mount or otherwise, will play as more of a number 10, dropping to combine and create. Lukaku and Werner would play as split forwards, attacking the right and left channels respectively. This is perhaps a more rigid front line than the fluid front three discussed prior, but Lukaku would be similarly effective when playing with one other strike partner in Werner. Throughout his career, Lukaku has thrived in strike partnerships, most notably his dynamic relationship with Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan in the last couple of years. Summary. Ultimately, any team signing Romelu Lukaku is signing a world-class striker in terms of output and all-round play. Lukaku is as much of a threat in behind as he is coming towards the ball to aid build-up. He is a greedy striker in terms of goal scoring, yet a selfless team player when making decoy runs to create space or acting as an outlet. While, subjectively speaking, Chelsea may be better off splashing the cash on transfers for other positions, but in Lukaku, they have a striker at the top of his game, a striker that could elevate their status to serious title challengers and strike fear in defences across the Premier League. There is no doubt a player of Lukaku's profile can be a success at Chelsea Football Club. Don't forget to like this video, comment and subscribe to Football Per 90 for more in-depth analysis like this.